Hi Pisces! Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel and this is your reading for September 1st through 15th. First, a big thank you for being here. I appreciate everybody who watches, and while you're thinking of it, reach out and hit that subscribe button if you'd like to be included in our little dragon family here. This is still a very new channel. And also, while you're thinking about it, reach out and give it a like. Give it that dragon claw up so we know that you enjoyed this. So before we get into this, I just want to mention that this is a general reading. This will not resonate with every single Pisces out there. If it does resonate with you, these messages are meant for you. If it doesn't resonate, then let those go. Those belong to another little fish out there. So this is going to correspond with Pisces Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs. And all cross watchers for Pisces are highly welcome to hang out with us as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got a lot of Virgo energy, a lot of Earth energy right now. And so I'm going to work with first the Druid Animal Oracle, which to me is very earthy, very, animal spirits. And we're going to pull 3 of those to see which is strongest for you right now. Dear angels, guardians, guides, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with me as we do the session for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs. Please protect their energy and mine throughout the session and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you. Wow. I'm laughing, Pisces, because guess who came through yet again? The cow. This beautiful Highland cow has been coming into so many readings this month, this part of the month. I'm blown away by her energy. She is so just asserting herself again and again. It's like, here I am, here I am, here I am. So what she's all about is earthy stability, nurturing. She is the definite goddess energy, tied to Bridget, to the spirit of the cattle, and to that nurturing element. The Highland cow, she's very sacred in the Celtic and Druidic traditions. There's many legends and lore about the cow being very sacred. There is also a bull in this deck, so this is the feminine aspect of that energy, and she is the one that's been coming through again and again. So I really believe this is very goddess, very mothering, very nurturing. And so Pisces, right now this is telling you you're stable, you're safe, you're protected. If you're feeling kind of a little bit shaky or a little bit scared, deepen your strength and your connection to the earth and to whatever the mothering energies in your life are, because those really keep you stable and grounded. Anything that helps you be steady. The other really beautiful message about the cow is that it's like, in order to be at peace and to feel stable, there's nothing that you have to do. You simply have to be and get in touch with those deeper, earthier energies. But I'm absolutely loving her because she just keeps coming through again and again for so many right now. So this message is just very strong. And she's very strong for you right now, Pisces. So the next one is another big favorite of mine. There's the hare, that beautiful magical rabbit that symbolizes those otherworldly in-between times of dawn and dusk. They're associated with shape-shifting and always with magic. There's a reason magicians pull rabbits from hats, because there's a deep, old, timeless connection between rabbits and magic. There's the eggs, the lapwing eggs. So, people used to believe that rabbits actually laid eggs. So there's that connection, because how many times do you really see a rabbit give live birth? They're very secretive. They're very protective about that. I love them because I've got 2 pet rabbits that I absolutely love and adore, and so anytime I see the bunnies come up, I'm like, oh, because they to me are just such sweet, peaceful, just very, very harmonious energy. They're very loving. They're very tied to their family groups. Interestingly enough, so is the cow. And then the last card that you have coming up, here's the boar. So the cow is the divine feminine, the goddess. here's the boar, which is the divine masculine, and, you know, that warrior spirit, very protective, very caring, and, you know, nurturing to its family. So again, you know, Pisces, that's all encouraging you to not only be soft, gentle, loving, and protective, but also to be strong, to stand up for yourself when you need to, because the boar is very fierce. He's absolutely connected to the strength of the warrior in Celtic and Druidic legend and lore. So those are very powerful for you to start with. And I'm really super happy the cow came forward again, because her energy has just been so powerful this month and this time of the year. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot. While I'm shuffling, I'm just going to point out a few things from your astrological influences. If you're interested in hearing more about that, I talked about those more at length in the previous video for Pisces, which would be the August 21st through 31st. So if you want to hear more about your astrology stuff, go listen to that video as well. But basically right now, Pisces, to put it in a nutshell, we've got 4 planets in Virgo, and this is the direct opposite of your sign. So you will feel a little bit of that push and pull, a little bit of that dancing back and forth kind of energy, because if you ask me, Virgo and Pisces are our 2 most sensitive signs of the zodiac. Pisces is more spiritually and intuitively sensitive, while Virgo is more practically and logically and earthy sensitive. So you will definitely feel that back and forth. This is absolutely highlighting your marriage, relationship, and romance house. So this is definitely a time where you're purifying, clearing, cleansing, detoxifying all relationships in your life and determining if they are toxic or if they're beneficial. And so you may find yourself kind of reviewing and going, okay, should such and such still be in my life? Because, you know, every time I'm around them, I feel drained. If you feel drained every time you're around someone, Pisces, they're probably not a good fit for you. So just keep those intuitions at hand and in mind, because when someone is good for you, you'll feel it. You'll feel better after you're around them. You'll feel like, oh wow, you know, I'm so glad I hung out with them, you know. So just use your own practicality in that matter. Alright, Pisces, so yes, coming up, number 1, here comes that Magician. Absolutely, this is you kind of refreshing that energy, starting from the beginning in some way, using all of your gifts, all of your abilities and resources and talents. The 5 of Swords indicates that somehow you are sort of picking up after some people that maybe have sort of abandoned ship or left you feeling kind of out in the cold, or just sort of like that you've got to take on their work for them. This has left you feeling kind of defensive, overworked, and maybe even, you know, just feeling kind of like, I can't take any more of this. But I do believe that you come through it. There's that 6 of Wands after that, so that is definitely a victory over something that's been difficult. Then the Moon card comes up. This is your own energy. This is Pisces. I also definitely feel Cancer with this, because Cancer is moon ruled, but this is absolutely you. This is your intuition. This is your connection with the divine. Sometimes, Pisces, the reason that this is your card is because Pisces tends to get a little bit you know, blinded by things or confused. There's always that element of illusion with the sign of Pisces and your ruling planet Neptune. So if there's something that you feel like you need to be more clear on, need to be more logically based around, instead of just using always, you know, the emotions and the intuitions, that's a very good time for it. Because when we encounter all this Virgo, especially for you, this is a reminder sometimes, Pisces, to use that more practical, logical side of yourself, because a lot of times you overuse your intuition. It's like you're so good at it that it's like you use it so much that it needs a little rest. Let that rest, let the mind come in and kind of go, okay, let's make some more practical, logical determinations about what's happening in my life right now. Also keep in mind, interesting with that Moon card, we are building up to the full moon in Pisces coming up on that Friday, Saturday, 13th, 14th. Depending on what time zone you're in, that's when that will arrive, and I will be doing full moon readings for all signs, so just keep in mind make sure you're subscribed, and you will definitely get to see that one too, because I'll be doing those very soon. So let's pull some more cards, Pisces, and see what comes up around these cards and deepens the messages. Alright, Pisces, so yeah, very earthy. You really are all about balancing yourself right now. Over that Magician, here comes that King of Earth, the King of Pentacles. So to me, I always see him as about balancing, again, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and those came up very strongly in your spirit animal cards as well. So this is about you, again, using that earthy sense, using that earthy balance. It's like it's not just your intuition, Pisces, it's also your decision making, and also, you know, you living in the world. And so absolutely, these people or these, you know, situations that have left you feeling kind of high and dry, you're moving past that, because this is just another experience that's teaching you something very valuable. And that Three of Wands is like better things are coming. Better things are coming into the picture. So it's like anytime that you let go, something better comes in. It's sort of like the saying about, you know, when God or the divine closes the door, it opens the window in return. So it's like you're not really losing anything if it wasn't meant to be. So this feeling of defense, this feeling of being overworked or just not, you know, always having to protect yourself, this is going away, because here comes that stabilizing Queen of Pentacles. This is very Capricorn energy right now, Pisces, so embrace that. Embrace the earthy, grounded feeling. Get a little more stable. Get a little more rooted with yourself. You know, just pull into the body a little bit more and have a sense of being here and now in the present. This can also bring up that, you know, it's like better financial situation, you seeing that it's like, okay, I know how to handle my money a little better, or if things have been a little bit tough, I'm going to work on making them more stable, more grounded, more satisfactory. The victory to me is very much one of personal achievement, personal sense of like who I am, what I'm about, who you identify as, because this is saying, you know, I have come to the completion. I have gone through hell and back, and I am ready to gather everything up and go forward. I am done. So you're actually going forward very, very strongly here, Pisces. So over that moon, which we talked about as being a little confusing, a little mystical, sometimes a little illusory, there comes that Page of Wands over top, which is playfulness, it's joy, it's the beginning of a new cycle. And it also reminds you, Pisces, to lighten the mood a little bit, to just slough off some of that old, you know, any kind of sadness, any kind of pain, anything that's been holding you back. Look at what comes up over the playfulness card is Judgment. So there's the regeneration, and there's the Sun card. It's all about the return to innocence. You know, Pisces, you are the oldest sign of the zodiac, and so I love that symbology for the Sun card and the Osho Zen, because it shows the old man, the old sage who has, you know, reached that point where it's like he's come full circle, and it's like he's young again because of that. Such a beautiful spread here. And on the bottom of the deck, there's the building. Look at that. There's Spirit guiding you forward to the new structure and the new build of your life, Pisces. Love it. So let's pull a few angel cards for a little bit more of advice for the end of this reading. Ooh, so Indigo and Crystal Children comes up here. This is a really beautiful card for inner child work, Pisces. When you're a sensitive person yourself, and you will definitely be drawn to other people that are also sensitive. Sometimes this is children, sometimes it's not, but many times you'll definitely be connected with people who have a childlike spirit or are a child themselves in need of somebody in their life who is sensitive, who is compassionate, who is open to the magic of life and is, you know, very sympathetic and understands, you know, people that are different in the world. So on top of that one, the message coming through, this is from Metatron, is that this points to something with your life purpose. So not only are you drawn to people that are, you know, sensitive, spiritual, intuitive, there's also something about that where you could actually turn it into a bit of a life mission. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus on serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. And I love that, Pisces, because that Virgo energy is so much about service to others, and we know that Pisces as well is often in the spiritual service of mankind and the planet and all beings. So I love doing your reading. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you soon. Take care.